Frank, we're here in Hartford, Connecticut for the Mayhem Festival.
That we are.
How's the tour going so far?
It's been hot.
Weather-wise?
Oh, it's been hot weather-wise, bad, yeah. But the shows have been great. The attendance has been more than we'd expected. We had a lot of sold-out shows on this, and you're talking about places that hold, you know, some of them over 15,000 people. So it's been great, and we're closing out the Jägermeister stage every day, and you know, it's just good to be out on a big summer tour again. So.
All right, we're actually in Hartford, Connecticut today, which is Hatebreed's home stomping grounds.
Right. Well, 3 of the 5.
3 of the 5, right?
Yep.
So are the guys in the band, everyone's seeing this as a homecoming show?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a homecoming show for the band. Jamie, Wayne, and Chris all live in Connecticut. Matt lives in upstate New York, not too far from here, and I live down in Florida. So, but this is definitely a homecoming show for us, and the shows in Connecticut are always huge for us, and the fans here are great. So we're expecting it to be really crazy today for us.
You're talking about how it's kind of a summer camp vibe, which is what every band says. Do you have any good stories from the road that you can share with us that have happened so far this summer?
Well, I don't know about this summer so far. There's been a lot of partying going on. I've definitely puked a couple times. I'm sure some people have seen the pictures on the internet of that. There's always crazy things that go on, you know. Some are more, it's hard to remember a lot of it because you're usually partying and having a good time, but I think back to Ozfest a couple years ago. I was System of a Down was the headliner that year, I believe. We were on the main stage, and we were going up on the System of a Down crew bus, and Sean, who used to be the guitar player for Hatebreed, took me up there and said, come on, come on. I don't remember any of this because I was blacked out, but I was like, I don't know. I don't think I know anybody up there. Oh, it's cool, it's cool. I was so drunk that their guitar tech, Grady at the time, he had his wife out, and I was so drunk that I thought his wife was Buzz, who plays guitar in Unearth, which is a dude. And you know, I guess I walked up on the bus and I said, this guy's here. Oh my God, had I known he was up here, I would have been up here all night hanging out. Well, needless to say, I spent the last 2 weeks of the tour apologizing to Grady. Sorry, Grady. I love you.
I remember hearing rumors that Hatebreed was a straight edge band, but obviously that's not the case.
Well, Hatebreed never was a straight edge band. They never claimed straight edge. You know, we come from the hardcore scene where, you know, there is a straight edge scene within that scene, and, you know, Hatebreed was on Victory Records, which had a lot of straight edge bands on it, but never was a straight edge band. You know, Jamie himself, he doesn't drink. He hasn't drank in a few years, but, you know, he still hangs out and you know, but he doesn't claim straight edge or anything like that. So, and if you know, and Wayne doesn't really party on the road either. So I pick up the slack for both of them. So Chris likes to drink whiskey and break things, and Matt's likes to get drunk and happy. So you know, but you know, we have a lot of respect for the people who are still straight edge out there. Because if you're not now, I guess you never really were. But you know, it's everybody's choice to do what they want in life. So.
Now, you've been touring behind the new album, which is self-titled. It's called Hatebreed.
Yep.
And I was actually listening to it on the way up today. I really dig the instrumental track on there. How did you guys come up with that idea?
Well, prior to being in Integrity, my first band, or prior to being in Hatebreed, my first band I was in Integrity, we used to have things like that on records where there was showcase playing and even piano and stuff like that, and we just thought, why not? We tried so many different things on this record anyways, what the hell. Wayne's back in the band now for the first time since 1995, and he's a hell of a player. We could have showcased his talents even more than we did, for sure, but, you know, we let him shine in that, you know, we just... I guess we kind of like went a little bit outside the parameter for Hatebreed on this last record, but you know, for For the most part, the feedback's been good, you know. We just want everybody to realize that it's Hatebreed at the end of the day and still enjoy it. So why not?
When you're picking your live set list, how do you decide which new songs you're going to put in there?
Well, it's hard now because once you have, like us, when we have 5 records out, and on something like this where we're only playing 35 minutes, it's very hard. Now it's basically, we have to play the songs that everybody wants to hear, the This Is Now and the Live for This Is and the Destroy Everythings and I Will Be Heard. So right now we're doing 2 to 3 songs a night off the new record, which is a lot. And another thing with it is, for the first time in Hatebreed, we're dealing with different tunings. A lot of the stuff on the new record's in straight B, so you're talking about guitar switches and all that, which all eats up time in a 35-minute set. So we're opening up with 2, the majority of the time on the Mayhem Fest, we're opening up with 2 new songs, and then that's it for the new songs. We switch out our guitars, and we're playing the rest of the songs, you know, from our catalog. So it's hard. It's hard to decide what you're going to play and what you're not. Before we go out, you know, another thing that a lot of people don't realize is when Hatebreed goes on tour, we rehearse about 40 to 50 songs before a tour, and then, you know, out of those 50 songs, we go out on stage every night without a set list at all, and Jamie just yells out any song, and you have 1 second to think about what song it is and play it.
So your set list is changing every night?
There is no set list, you know, he just yells it out. So, you know, our set's never been the same one time on this whole tour. So that's something for fans to look forward to, or coming to multiple shows as well.
So a lot of bands, especially on tours like this, will rehearse one straight through set list and play the same thing every night. Has Hatebreed always been like that?
Always been like that. No set list. Could be any song from any record. And it just, you know, Jamie likes to go off what the crowd's doing and the crowd reaction.
You guys also have a record of covers out.
Yep.
And my personal favorite on that is the cover of Metallica's Escape.
Yep.
And I had to wonder, with all their discography, even if you only consider the first 4 albums as even options, how do you pick which Metallica song you're going to cover?
Well, Escape's not one of the more popular Metallica songs, you know, and we definitely wanted to do something off the first 3 albums because those are the ones that we're really into as a band, you know, especially me. I'm not, you know, everybody in the band loves Metallica, but for me, like, the first 3 records that really did it for me, you know, when Cliff was in the band and stuff. So we wanted to pick something that maybe, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that did Metallica covers, but we wanted to pick one that was pretty obscure. And I thought, you know, even if it wasn't somebody's favorite Metallica song off Ride Lightning, which Escape probably isn't, you know, why not do it? Why not do something obscure? And, you know, when that record came out and we did the Slayer cover and the Metallica cover and stuff, it really opened up people's eyes to what good players that Hatebreed is. And, you know, a lot of people think that our music's just caveman stuff and, like, we're just meatheads that don't know how to play or anything like that. So I think that kind of proved a lot of the naysayers wrong, which I don't care. Those people can rot anyway. I go to bed laughing at them every night when I go to sleep. But